Now at 6 and streaming on crossroadstoday.com. Early voting in Victoria and the rest of Texas is just about over.
As Elon Musk promised, Twitter is going through massive layoffs, which have sparked lawsuits.
And Victoria home sales are going at a slower pace than they did a year ago.
Even the warm wind didn't really cool me off today. Very hot and steamy. We're going to see showers and more wind as a boundary heads our way. We'll talk all about that and more. But first, here's Gino.
And the game of the week kicked off today to avoid the incoming weather. We have the update in sports.
You're watching 25 News now at 6. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Don Brubaker.
And I'm Karina Garcia. This is a weather alert day, which means a storm may be headed this way. Here's Howie with the latest.
Thanks, Karina. Thanks, Don. Here is what we have so far. Moisture building up out ahead of the front. Front's not here yet. Starting some showers. Now, we are going to see storms. The severity is what we're going to try to continue to narrow down because, yeah, we could see some strong weather, maybe even turning into severe weather conditions with all the weather criteria pretty much starting to line up. And what's lining up are our winds on the strong side. We're seeing 30-mile-per-hour winds in a good portion of the viewing area. Here's the boundary headed our way, maybe as early as 7 to 7:30. Can start really creating some disruptions. 70s for tonight, but look at this, into the 50s overnight with some great rain chances. We'll talk more about it coming up. Don, Karina?
Howie, thank you. More than 300 flights in and out of Dallas Love Field and DFW International Airport were canceled Friday due to thunderstorms. DFW International Airport had more cancellations than any airport in the world Friday, according to FlightAware, with 106 flights out canceled Friday and another 105 arrivals stopped. Early voting in Victoria County is at the Dr. Patty Dodson Public Health Center, 2805 North Navarro, Classroom A. Early voting in Victoria County closes at 7 o'clock tonight. Early voting in Calhoun County Thursday, there were 260 in-person votes, total of 2,722 in-person votes in Calhoun County. 5 mail-in votes Thursday there for a total of 202 mail-in votes so far.
Early voting totals from DeWitt County Thursday. There were 274 in-person votes Thursday for a total of 2,845 in-person votes so far. There were 9 mail-in votes in DeWitt County Thursday, 229 mail-in votes total so far. Now, the Texas Tribune has early voting percentages for every county in Texas through Thursday. 23.7% of registered voters in Victoria County have voted early. In Calhoun County, 21.3% of registered voters have voted early. In DeWitt County, 26.5% of voters have voted already. And 29.9% of Jackson County registered voters have voted early.
4.7 million Texans have voted early so far in the midterm election. That's 26.7% of registered voters in Texas. Over 300,000 people have cast a ballot in Bexar County. That's down about 70,000 from the early vote of 2018 in that county. Over 52,000 have voted early in Nueces County. That's almost 25% of registered voters in that county. Attorney General Ken Paxton raised nearly $2.4 million last month, but his campaign finance report is missing a key detail: who exactly donated the money. Paxton has already been fined for late reports 3 times this year, though his campaign is contesting 2 of the $500 penalties. The latest campaign finance reports through October were due Monday.
Twitter has suffered a massive drop in revenue because of advertising pausing spending on the social media platform. In a tweet, the CEO of Texas-based Tesla and SpaceX CEO cast blame on activist groups pressuring advertising companies for its loss. That's what Elon Musk, the new owner of the company, said Friday without providing the numbers. Twitter also informed employees Thursday evening that it would begin laying off employees. The first sign that some of the company's employees had seen was when they'd been laid off through email accounts that were shut down last Thursday night. Which brings us to your viewer poll this evening. Don't forget, come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate in our polls. Viewers can also scan the QR code to get this poll. The QR code is right there on your screen. Now the question is, will you stay on Twitter? The answers are yes or no, deleting soon, or no, don't have an account. We take a look. 26% say yes, 10% say no, deleting soon, and 64% say don't have an account. We want to hear from you. Stay tuned for 25 News Now at 10 for viewer poll results with Don Brubaker and myself.
Victoria area home sales are down as compared to last year at this time. A Texas Realtor survey shows Victoria home sales are down 21.2% in a year's time. Active home listings in Victoria are up 17.6%. The median price of a Victoria area home over $246,000 is up 11.3% over the third quarter of last year. The state's utility help program is accepting new online applications for energy bill assistance starting today. Qualified homeowners and renters can get help with total past due utility payments for electricity, natural gas, and propane. When the program first started in July, high demand resulted in the program closing within a week. The program has distributed more than $15 million.
Texas schools would need silent panic buttons in classrooms and two-way emergency radios on campus under a new proposed state rule. The proposed school safety standards rule would also require that all doors and windows that lead into school buildings are locked and monitored. The Texas Education Agency proposal is the latest effort to beef up school safety after the Uvalde school shooting in May. Austin ISD classrooms will be closed Tuesday for Election Day because of concerns about security on the campus used for polling sites. Austin ISD officials said when people come to schools to vote, they will be given access to the school without going through the district screening process that is required when children are present. Streaming tonight at 7:30 on ABC News Live and Hulu is Uvalde 365 presents The Struggle to Understand. ABC News correspondent John Quiñones focuses on how acts of violence affected community long after the headlines fade.
I have 3 kids of my own. It's been incredibly welcoming, this community, even during this time of severe hardship emotionally for so many of them. When I get to interview them, and many times we do it in Spanish, I'm fortunate enough to also be able to speak Spanish. I'm Mexican American, and so is 80% of this community. When I get to talk to them, they open up and they welcome me, and very often they say that they find it therapeutic just to talk about what happened here.
Quiñones joins families in Uvalde for the custom of Dia de los Muertos and chronicles how therapy, faith, and tradition are helping them cope with grief. That's tonight at 7:30 on ABC News Live and Hulu.
A children's hospital in Dallas has activated its internal disaster code due to a surge of respiratory illnesses. The Cook Children's Health Care System says it is full across the board, including hospital beds, the ER, and its urgent care centers. The health system blames a combination of respiratory viruses, including RSV and the flu. Transfers to pediatric ICU are facing wait times of up to 10 hours. The Victoria County Public Health Department is administering seasonal flu shots. The flu shot clinic is on Tuesdays from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. and on Thursday from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. and 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. The health department is at the Dr. Patty Dodson Public Health Center, 2805 North Navarro. The cost is $35 and Medicare is accepted. For more information, call 361-578-6281, option 3. Workers are making progress on improving Ted B. Reed Park. Victoria Parks and Recreation removed the playground structure there in early October. The installation of the new playground structure is not finished yet, as you can see, but you can see the progress. It's just not ready yet. The old playground at Ted B. Reed Park was 25 years old, and replacement parts for the structure are no longer being produced. Ted B. Reed Park is open. The park at 2101 Salem Road was identified as the 3rd most visited park in Victoria.
Sea turtles are set to be released from the Corpus Christi area into the Gulf Saturday morning. The UT Marine Science Institute is preparing to release several turtles Saturday morning at 10 at Mustang Island Beach. The AMIS Rehabilitation Keeps Key mission is the rescue and rehab of coastal wildlife. Visitors can drive right up to the site to see the release.
That sounds like fun.
That's fun.
Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News now at 6. Texas Republicans sound confident they will win House seats in Washington, D.C. and in Austin.
Also ahead, Alex Jones could be forced to pay even more damages to the families of the Sandy Hook school shooting victims. Here's a sneak peek of what you'll see on Community Crossroads this weekend. Buck Morworth Victoria Block Festival is in, and Keep Victoria Beautiful joins the show. Plus, the South Texas Blood and Tissue Donor Center is here with some crucial information about blood donations. And finally, Be Well Victoria is here to talk about homelessness in Victoria.
Not everybody who is homeless on the street uses drugs or alcohol.
25 News Now would like to invite you to experience our new digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Go to the link on your screen for more information on how to download.
Come out and support our veterans at the Veterans Day Parade on November 11th starting at 10 a.m. in downtown Victoria. Participants in the parade have until October 31st to submit their entry forms. Show your appreciation for all our veterans at the Veterans Day Parade on November 11th.
What would happen to Texas if Beto O'Rourke became governor? Beto would hammer us with crushing tax increases, crumble our oil and gas industry with his radical environmental policies. He'd destroy public safety, opening our borders and defunding the police. And Beto would demolish law and order with easy bail, putting violent criminals back on the streets. Texas under Beto O'Rourke wouldn't be Texas anymore.
Hi, I'm Chief Fox with the Victoria Fire Department. As temperatures rise this summer and plummet this winter, not to mention hurricane season, residents may find themselves plugging into generators to deal with the unexpected power outage. Always use a portable generator outside, at least 20 feet away from your house. Make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector in your home before using a generator. Use a single outdoor rated extension cord to power one appliance at a time. Before operating a generator, make sure you're familiar with the manufacturer and safety guidelines. Follow these tips and you'll be ready to use your generator safely.
Victoria All Sports, South Texas's largest family-owned sporting goods store. Having served Victoria and surrounding counties since 1971, we're proud to continue to meet your firearms, hunting, fishing, camping, and outdoor apparel needs. Our friendly and knowledgeable outdoor experts can help you pick the perfect equipment for your next outdoor excursion, and that our in-house gunsmith services are available long after your purchase. Come get geared up at Victoria All Sport, located at 1902 Houston Highway, right here in Victoria.
Texas Republicans are confident they can add more seats to their majorities in the Texas legislature than was expected just a few months ago. Currently, Republicans hold an 18-13 edge in the Senate and an 83-65 majority in the House. Republican strategists feel they can make a lot of headway due to President Joe Biden's unpopularity in Texas and Governor Greg Abbott's lead in all polls of the gubernatorial race.
Texas Republicans are optimistic over their ability to deliver historic wins in the Democrat stronghold of South Texas by flipping 3 key congressional races. Republican rising star Mayra Flores is running a close race for one of those House seats. Multiple forecasters have declared the seats that had previously leaned towards Democrats a toss-up. Austin-based InfoWars host Alex Jones could face even more penalties after spreading conspiracy theories about the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. The punitive damages faced began Friday in a lawsuit filed by the victims' families. A Connecticut jury last month ordered Jones and his company to pay $965 million to the Sandy Hook families for harm they suffered.
A $1 million winning Powerball ticket was sold in Round Rock Wednesday. Since no one won Wednesday night's Powerball jackpot, the prize grows to $1.6 billion ahead of the next drawing Saturday night. That's a new record, actually, for largest Powerball grand prize. The cash option is over $745 million. In the 39 draws since August 3rd, no one has won the jackpot.
Dawn, I think it's time we go pick ourselves a ticket real quick.
Sounds good to me.
Alrighty, grab your cell phone and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts and vote in our viewer polls. Get the latest news, weather, and sports, and learn all about our ongoing contest. You can also submit news tips, videos, and photos.
If you win, don't forget about your good buddy Hurricane Howie over here. We got some storms moving in. We're going to talk all about it.
News Center 25 at 6 and 10 is also heard on KVNN 1340 AM, Victoria's News Network.
Palace Bingo is open and our customers' health is our main concern. We installed UV lights in our building for your safety. These UV lights kill harmful germs in the air and combat COVID-19. Plus, our employees have masks on, hand sanitizer stations are available, and we have plenty of room for each of our guests to enjoy. We also sanitize the hall after each session. And don't forget, our UV lights keep the air clean. Palace Bingo, where friends meet friends and friends win money.
Where friends meet friends.
There's never been a better time to control your power with a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter. For a limited time, with purchase and installation of your Generac generator, choose $1,000 off or a free 10-year warranty. Choose freedom from the grid and choose your promo. This offer won't last long. Lock in your choice today with a free estimate only at Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer.
ABC News, honored for excellence with 41 Emmy nominations, the most of any news organization anywhere. Thank you for making ABC News America's #1 news. Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television. We're honored ABC's 2020 winner of 3 Emmy Awards for excellence. Thank you for making 2020 Friday night's most watched and most honored news magazine.
She's going to Wakanda, but next, Kelly, she's with me. Yeah. That's right, Kelly. The queen herself, Angela Bassett. You said your character would get to kick some butt, possibly.
She's ready to do it.
I want her to let loose.
It was an event.
I cannot wait. Plus, from Quantum Leap, Raymond Lee.
Oh my gosh, I am starstruck.
I'm getting real comfortable right here.
So usually I'm getting ready to talk to you about the weather for the upcoming game. But the upcoming game is already on because of weather. Some games have been rescheduled. This game here, East at West or East versus West over at Memorial. That's being played at 5:30. So this game is already underway. We have some winds. We have some rain. Temperatures should slowly drop overnight for the kickoff, though, pretty much on the warm side. Here's a shot at Cuero. Lots of cloud cover. We're seeing winds in Cuero as well. And the radar is starting to indicate some showers as well. We did warm up to 86 degrees today. Nothing in the way of any measurable rainfall. Let's get going. Here is what we have. So moisture already building up out ahead of the boundary that's headed our way out of the northwest. And we're starting to see some light showers in portions of the viewing area. Eventually, these showers are going to be on the heavier side as that boundary pushes into the area. Now, what's really gone up are these dew points. It felt very stuffy and steamy today. Even with the strong winds, it was a warm, uncomfortable breeze. A lot of times in the summer, that breeze felt very good, but this one out of the south, yeah, felt very much on the unreasonable humidity side that we actually have outside. So here's our winds. They look like they've calmed down a little bit, but some spots still gusting away to 30 miles per hour. As this boundary pushes through, we can see these strong winds, maybe even stronger ones potentially if we start to see some thunderstorm development with the boundary. In the orange is the dry air, but then here you go. This is the moisture, and this is the boundary. It's headed our way. Let's take a better look at it. Here's the boundary here. So it's going to be probably by 7:30-ish, maybe start moving into the western portion of our viewing area, and might push out by midnight to 3 a.m. out into the coast. And maybe by 4 or 5 in the morning, maybe a little later than that, eventually everything will be out of the way. We'll be on the dry side, cooler, dry air moves in. But then we're looking at some real nice weather. We just have to get through this line here, which could be all the way up to the north, could be producing tornadoes, hail, wind, and rain. And yes, we're included in the mix. We could see some strong, severe, out-of-control weather maybe in the next several hours. We'll keep an eye on this front. Again, when it pushes through, then we're going to see the warm front or the cold front turn to a warm front, start pushing back. That could trigger showers. We also got the cooler, dry air moving down from the north. So for the most part, we're headed into some sunnier times. Here's our future tracker again. Okay, for Friday, here we are. That boundary comes through with some strong bands, but then it moves off, turns into a warm front, comes back our way, can still bring us some showers over the next couple days. Here's our marine forecast, water-wise, the temperature that is right around 81, seas 3 to 5, occasionally up to 6, keeping our bays on the choppy side. Tonight into the 70s, overnight, dropping down, look at that, to 59 degrees with more than a 70% chance of some showers. And then for tomorrow, 75. These rain chances will decrease as the day moves along. Looking ahead, we could see some showers again after the weekend, potentially, as that warm front moves back up through the area. And in Port Lavaca, yeah, really a warming trend the rest of the week. Very similar here in Victoria. We see warmer days after a little bit of a cool down with our latest boundary. For more weather news and sports, you can go to our app. That's at crossroadstoday.com. That is free with any Android and iPhone. We'll send it back to Karina.
Thanks, Howie. And now here's Sports Director Gina with your sports.
The Victoria 5A teams are battling it out in Memorial Stadium right now. We have the latest after the break.
My name is Damian Rodriguez, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
Hi, my name is Patrick White, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
My name is Yadira Lopez, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
My name is Stacey Olivas, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
My name is Kentravis Johnson, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
We are Dental Hygiene, and we chose Coastal Bend College. Why would I choose anywhere else?
I'm Dan Patrick. As Lieutenant Governor, I prioritized increasing funding for public schools, mental health programs, and brought teacher pay to record levels. I banned teaching CRT, increased the homestead exemption to $40,000, and passed funding to build the wall. Next session, I'll increase the homestead exemption again, continue to strengthen our grid, and add a mandatory 10-year sentence for using a gun in a crime. I'm Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and I asked for your vote.
This is your vote. It's your right. One of these 7 IDs you'll need to show when you arrive at the polling site. If you're eligible to mail in your vote, on your ballot envelope, the number of one of these IDs you'll need to note. And this is the website where you'll find more insight to be able to cast the vote that is your right. Brought to you by the Texas Secretary of State.
Tonight on ABC, see firsthand the worldwide impact of Black Panther. The stars open up. What will they say? And the exclusive interview with Chadwick Boseman's widow.
I can't believe that I was so lucky. I can't believe that I got to love this person. And I also got them to love me too.
Robin Roberts hosts Black Panther.
You won't want to miss this.
In Search of Wakanda, tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Connie and Gary Seacrest making the trip.
Connie's got something she wants to say. I can say it.
How do we look in person?
I mean, pretty good.
Next live, Laverne Cox and Sarah Gilbert from the Connors.
Mother, would you like us to pitch you an hour in daytime? What's going on over there?
No, I'll zip it.
Plus,
we're kicking off
Virtual Road Trip Week.
First stop, Tampa, Florida.
Howdy, Crossroads. The Battle of the Boots started early today, and sports reporter Zach Brown is live in Memorial Stadium to see the crosstown rivals battle it out. Zach, what's the latest?
That's right, Gino. Final game of the season. Where else will we be? Victoria East, Victoria West, the battle for the boot. Now, good news for both of these teams. They're both going to make the playoffs. Bad news for these teams. Somebody's going to have a higher playoff seed, and somebody will also walk out of here with the boot. get a glimpse of this action. Loud crowd. So far, Victoria East with the only score on the board, 7-0. This game has been the definition of a defensive battle. Victoria West right now celebrating their defense coming up big. 4:42 to go in the first half. As I mentioned, not a whole lot of offense, but some fantastic defense and a fantastic crowd here as well. The student sections for both of these schools remind me a lot of college. Lots of chanting, lots of body paint. Oh, by the way, an appearance from brother Gary Moses. Gino, I absolutely love it here. Darius McCormick is around here, running around here somewhere with the crowd. Gino, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Zach. It's always a fun time seeing Victoria East and West go at it. And last night was a mini Crossroads football live with 4 area teams moving its game up to Thursday night. We start with the Cuero Gobblers, who are now the district champions. The Gobblers were knotted at 7 apiece at halftime, but would have a big second half and score 42 straight points to go on to win the district title for the 2nd straight year in a row. Now the Gobblers will get ready for the bi-district round of playoffs. They'll play Friday, November 11th at 7 o'clock at Bob Shelton Stadium in Buda. Salado went 3-7 on the season. The Tidehaven Tigers are undefeated in district and are district champions as well. The Tigers won by 2 scores and will now get ready to face a foe from 50 years ago. The Tigers will play Clifton, which is the team Tidehaven faced in the state title game 55 years ago. Tidehaven will play Clifton Thursday night at 7 in Bastrop. The Refugio Bobcats are the 3rd team in the area to win the district championship, undefeated 2 as well. The Bobcats will watch and see who they will play next week. It's a 3-way tie between Santa Maria Cougars, Ben Bolton Badgers, and the Fremont Cowboys, depending on the scores. The Ganado Indians, on the other hand, will play the 6-3 La Villa Cardinals in the bi-district round. And last night was a shocking result to most as the Yoakum Bulldogs upset the Hallettsville Brahmas 34-21. The Hallettsville Brahmas and Yoakum Bulldogs both make the playoffs, but last night's game did have playoff implications with seeding. The Brahmas will now play the undefeated Franklin Lions in Waller at 7:30 on Thursday, and the Bulldogs will play the Cameron Yeomen Friday at 7:30 in Bastrop Memorial Stadium. And the Louise Hornets also played last night, but would fall to the Snook Blue Jays to end its season after going 2-8 and 1-5 in district. Also, don't forget to tune in tonight to Crossroads Football Live for all the highlights and scores for the final games of the regular season, and of course to check in on the Battle of the Boot. Well, that's your sports. Don and Karina, back to you.
Gino, thank you. And we're back in a moment. 2 major grocery store chains are planning to cut prices on traditional Thanksgiving Day food. Up next.
El Campo Cycle Center is headquarters for Honda, Suzuki, Polaris, and Can-Am. We carry everything from dirt bikes and street cruisers to all-terrain vehicles, parts, clothing, and accessories. We service what we sell. Check out our lineup of bad boy riding mowers and Ranch King trailers. Be prepared with a dependable Honda generator. Best selection, best prices. Visit our huge showroom at El Campo Cycle Center, elcampocycle.com.
Join Golden Crescent Casa at our 14th annual holiday wine pairing at 6 p.m. on November 11th at the Victoria Country Club to honor Brother Gary Moses for his work supporting numerous organizations that better our community. This tie-inspired event will include a 4-course dinner with paired wines, a live and silent auction, and entertainment that you won't want to miss. Sponsorships and tickets are still available. Visit us at goldencrescentcasa.org or call 361-573-3734.
Sponsored by the Victoria Television Group.
She's going to Wakanda, but next, Kelly, she's with me. Yeah. That's right, Kelly. The queen herself, Angela Bassett. You said your character would get to kick some butt, possibly.
She's ready to do it.
I want her to let loose.
It was an event.
I cannot wait. Plus, from Quantum Leap, Raymond Lee.
Oh my gosh, I am starstruck.
I'm getting real comfortable right here.
Do people have the right to be sharing these moments of complete strangers' lives? You had no idea that this video even existed.
No one in the restaurant decided to help. It was my phone that helped everybody.
Many times those recordings have permanent consequences.
You say she ruined your night.
Yeah.
Are you ruining her life? All new Dr. Phil.
Being a single mom, it was hard to keep her safe.
A daughter on the edge.
Did you go to the police at any point?
I've called the police several times. She's received treatment, been to therapy, tried medications.
Sadly, your daughter is a liar. She's a thief. She committed an act of vandalism. I don't know what else she's done.
Can anyone turn this teen around?
I don't have to lecture you because I get paid whether I lecture you or not.
So why do you choose to?
Next, Judge Judy.
Finally tonight, with higher costs expected for Thanksgiving this year, some major chain stores are promising to roll back prices for consumers. Walmart said it is rolling out updated prices on traditional Thanksgiving items. Discount supermarket chain Aldi said it would be offering Thanksgiving grocery staples up to 30% off in order to match pre-inflation prices from 2019. Thanksgiving food, pay less, eat less. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Not eat less for sure, but
Yeah.
that's a very kind gesture.
Absolutely.
During the holidays, we could all use the break.
That's right. Howie, are we going to get a break from a storm here?
A break after it moves through, in all serious intended here, Don. We're going to talk about that in half a second. Yes, we're already seeing some showers. The boundary's not even here yet. It's way up here, but it's headed away. It's going to move through here, and we're going to see some strong weather in terms of strong winds, heavy rains. So, yes, I mean, I'm hoping we don't get the severe stuff, but there's a chance for it. Back to you guys.
All right, Howie, thanks so much.
And